Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Finally, some fantastic news, and that is Tucker Carlson will interview Vladimir Putin after all, or so it seems. But I don't think Tucker Carlson, who currently is in Moscow, Russia, is over there just to participate or watch a Bolshoi theater or something like this, Spartacus. And no, I think he's over there to speak with Putin, and that would be fantastic, because maybe we're going to have the opportunity. I mean, certainly, I'm 99% certain that we will have the opportunity to have Tucker ask him questions that he might have never been asked by the Western media, and probably in a professional tone. Let's read this article coming from Russia Today, which reported this fantastic news. I am jealous. Jealous why? You always want to stay in the vicinity of important people, especially if those important people have something intelligent to say. So obviously, I and others would like to interview many personalities from this planet, good or bad, or more good or more bad, because it's always interesting to be in direct contact with them, and so on. So I'm glad if Tucker does that, and I hope he succeeds in doing that. And I have no doubt that he will interview Vladimir Putin. He tried while he was working at CNN or at Fox News, and I know that he got some barriers and blocks from the US government and from the company that he was working for. So let's get to this beautiful article. Russia Today, 3rd of February 2024. Tucker Carlson spotted in Moscow. The conservative journalist has yet to confirm the trip and his plans in Russia. I confirm it for him. I am his spokesperson because not man, person. American journalist Tucker Carlson has spent several days in Russia and even took in a ballet performance at the iconic Bolshoi Theater, Telegram channel MASH reported on Saturday, sharing several photos of the conservative commentator. Carlson allegedly touched down at Vnukovo airport. Vnukovo. That's the best I can do for you, my friends. Vnukovo, maybe Vnukovo airport on a Turkish Airlines flight from Istanbul on Thursday after several hours delay, according to the channel. Since then, he was also spotted taking in the ballet Spartacus at the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow. All right, let's see. What else? The conservative commentator has yet to confirm the trip, and it remains unclear what business he had in Russia. Well, to be debriefed by his KGB friends, right? This is how these guys will report that. However, rumors of his intention to interview I was thinking, what the hell? President Vladimir Putin have been circulating since last year. Yeah, we know that one. So here are some pictures, and here is one of them. I don't know where that is, probably the Vlutovo airport, and here is, I'm guessing this is Bolshoi. All right, there. Beautiful. Well, these guys are not as we are led to believe here in the West. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you know. All right, so let's read further. Peskov has something to say. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov did not rule out the possibility of Carlson interviewing Putin when asked about it in September, though he explained that the Russian leader would wait to sit down with any American journalist until the US population was no longer so seriously stupefied by Russia-hating propaganda. Carlson himself told Swiss outlet Die Weltwoche, the World's Week, that he had been prevented from setting up an interview with Putin by the White House. So what's changed now? As a private individual now? While he expressed dismay that he did not receive more support from his fellow journalists regarding his. I think they were all drooling about this. God damn it, this guy's going to take our money here. Because I guarantee you, when that happened, I guarantee you that interview will break all the records, even maybe even Trump's records. You know, it's hard to break any of Trump's records in anything, but maybe he's gonna get close to. All right. While he expressed dismay that he did not receive more support from his fellow journalists regarding his intention to sit down with Russian president, and questioned why Americans are, and I'm quoting, not allowed to hear, quote unquote, Putin's voice, he declined to provide any further details regarding when the interview was supposed to have taken place, or how the presidential administration of Joe Biden intervened to stop it. The former Fox News host claimed previously attempts to secure an interview with Putin had led to aggressive surveillance by the National Security Agency, alleging he was unmasked by the spooks, and the contents of his emails were leaked to the media in 2021. I saw those videos, those Tucker Carlson Tonight shows, in order to paint him as a disloyal American, end quote, and force him off the cable news network. The NSA denied Carlson was an intelligence target and claimed it never sought to take him off the air. I will tell you about the intelligence target in a second. Despite dominating primetime ratings for years, Carlson was ultimately fired from Fox News in April for reasons that have never been made public. He subsequently launched his own talk show streaming on X, formerly Twitter. While Carlson has been repeatedly demonized by the US media establishment as a useful idiot for Moscow, if not a Russian agent entirely, due his skepticism regarding Washington's foreign policy, and particularly the conflict in Ukraine, the journalists have never previously visited Russia or worked with Russian media organizations. Now, you know that these guys, if they want to listen to your phone conversations or read your emails and so on, illegally they can do it if you speak with someone in another country. So let's say you speak with someone from Russia, an old friend or a girlfriend or whomever, they will be able to listen to you since then, if they consider that she or he from the other side could be, a person of interest. And they can listen to you speaking with your grandma here in the United States of America or not, because you're already targeted. That's not very hard to get this kind of approvals. And that's been done in that Russia Gate, if you remember, where they were targeting various individuals from the Trump administration. Not yet, they were not in the office at that time. In the campaign, saying that they spoke with the Russian ambassador, and then therefore they can do whatever, or they spoke with this or they spoke with that. It's very easy. Now let's talk about this one. I hope it happens, and I hope the interview is tough, which is, I hope Tucker would be able to ask Putin questions that he's never been asked before by these guys, or at least ask questions from a different perspective. Because it's hard in an interview to go off the subject. Let's say I ask you these 5 questions, but you as an interviewee would like to talk about these ones too. But if you're not asked these questions and the interviewer asks you about this one, you can try to connect that with one of your 5, but he's going to stop you and going to bring you back. He's going to just interrupt you and bring you back. So it's hard to break and give the audience this information, which Putin definitely wants to address the American public, I guarantee, or the Western public, I guarantee you that, through Tucker. So probably he's going to be asked a few number of questions, and probably Putin's team could ask him, hey, you know what, or demand, or in the conversation, before they set up the whole interview, they say, okay, I want to talk about these things, you want to talk about these things, I want to talk about these things. Make sure your questions could be related to this one so I can touch up with that. Or give me, I need 10 minutes to have a little speech and explain my point, my stance and our point of view about this and that issue, without being interrupted or even asked about it. And I'm pretty sure Tucker will be happy to do that, because after all, for him, this is not a gold mine, this is a diamond mine. going and interviewing Putin and having as much for him if Putin talks 3 hours or 10 hours, it's a diamond mine bigger and bigger. He's not going to say, oh shit, come on man, you talk too much. He's not going to say that, because every word for him is money, recognition, and actually we're going to learn out of that. Now, obviously we're not going to believe what Putin says because Putin is a bad dude, but nevertheless, if you don't believe what he says, I would like you, at least if you're going to watch that, look at his body language. When he says something, observe that, and you're still going to be learning. Or no, you don't have to look at his facial expression, look at his micro facial language, because it's a lot of it. Look at the squinking, look at the one, look at the nose, look at the it's a lot of, look at the fingers, because Putin does a lot of things like this when he thinks. Well, why would he, in what context? Pay attention to that. Pay attention when he shakes hands. He's going to come from up down, like always. Putin does that like nobody else. He's coming like this. His hand is always like to his chest, and when it goes down on you like that. It doesn't go straight. His hand is not like this. How should I put it? Like this. His hand is not like this. His hand is going down like this, from up down. Dominance. Pump. He's not going like this. You know, like this. He's going straight, but not. Just watch me. Starts from here. Starts from here, like you have a pistol. You know, you shoot, you bring it from here. That's how it starts. The KGB. I don't know. I'm just saying. And his walk, obviously, with his right hand straight, not balancing, and this one moving, so he can you know, use it whenever, or grab his cock whenever he feels like. So I'm waiting for this. And I would be very, very disappointed if that doesn't happen. And I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to be studying that. It's going to be, you know, as I said, many things will be studied over there, including Tucker Carlson. I want to see how he's going to. I feel sorry that we can't see how he would first meet Putin. I would like to see that videotape, to see Tucker Carlson's body language. I mean, I hope we will see that, you know, like a little documentary of the preparation of the meeting, like you had what's his name, those interviews of the director, Jesus Christ, I can't remember his name. Anyway, and when he comes and speaks with Putin, I can't remember those interviews now, the name, Jesus Christ. Anyway, the one who directed Platoon, I think it was, one in Vietnam, and now he's a bad dude because he spoke with Putin. Whatever. Watch it. I'll be watching it with you in my heart. Thank you very much for being with me again. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.